guys? Thanks for tuning in. This is the Winter Media channel on YouTube. If you listen to this on Spotify, I highly recommend looking on YouTube. We are talking about sports and global events today, so I hope you enjoy. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Winter Media. All right, we're going to hop right in. I'm going to give you the winners of week 2. I'm going to give you what the standings looked like in week 2. We're going to go over my predictions that I had for week 2 for the NFL. Then we're going to hit some highlights of the week regarding American news and global news. So, jam-packed episode. So let's get right into it. So, of course, the winners of the Bills and Dolphins is the Bills. Scary thing that happened to Tua. Hope he gets better, but honestly, at this point, try to get your money, but then try to get out of the league too, man. Like, you're getting hurt out there pretty bad, and it's a little scary. Shocker of the week, Raiders. Well, there's multiple shockers. Let me start there. But number one shocker of the week, Raiders versus Ravens. Raiders, great job. Great win. Gardner Minshew went in there and just tore it up. I mean, like, it was a close game, but no way you're supposed to lose to the Raiders like that. Like, come on, man. Chargers versus Panthers. Chargers beat the Panthers. I mean, that's a easy tell. Not gonna lie. New Orleans Saints blew the Cowboys out 44-19. Oh my God, somebody save these boys. These boys were not prepared to play in week 2, and that's a shame. That is a shame. Made a lot of funny internet memes, but that is a shame. Bucks beat the Lions. That is another shocker right there. I'm sure it's not a huge shocker if I'm going to be honest, but it is still a shocker that Baker Mayfield went in there and defeated the Lions after losing to them in the playoffs last year. Then the Colts lose to the Packers. Not a shocker there. I thought it would be close. Turned out to be a close game. So Browns versus Jaguars. Okay, like, Browns should have won. They played a pretty good Dallas team last week, so they came back with some revenge. And Jaguars got close with Miami in a crushing defeat. So I don't think they came out with a lot of passion this week to go out and execute. Another shocker, Vikings beat the San Francisco 49ers. Oh my Lord. We'll get to the Vikings very soon. Seahawks versus Patriots. Seahawks won. Jets versus Titans. Jets won. And Washington versus Giants. Washington wins. I mean, really the only shocker on this one is the Vikings. Everyone else is kind of like up in the air. Everyone was like, okay, I don't know. Like, the both teams haven't really done anything to prove themselves this week, and nobody really did anything that like popped out of the screen last week. So now, final 5 games of the week. Another huge shocker. Cardinals shock the Rams 41-10 and just beat them down into the ground. Steelers won again versus the Broncos. I mean, that was just a pitiful game. Bengals lose to the Chiefs in a crushing loss. I mean, that is insane. That is just straight up. Now, I personally do not agree with the call at the end of the game. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think it was the right call. I just don't agree with the call, and I'll touch on that later. Bears versus Texans. My Bear. They lost to the Texans. Could have won it, but lost. And then the Eagles lost to the Falcons tonight. That was a very, 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 very good game. If you did not see that game, please go watch the highlights, because that ending, oh my gosh, like, Saquon Barkley made and broke the game. He broke the game and made the game. However which way you want to put it, he did both, and we will get back to that in a second. So, how it's standing AFC East and AFC North. We're going to start with the top, going down to the bottom. Bills are on top 2-0. Patriots 1-1. Jets 1-1. Miami 1-1. I have Miami and Jets. So I have the Jets winning. I have the Dolphins second. I have the Bills third. Patriots fourth. Now, Bills are known to be early season front runners, so nothing there, right? The only worry is about the Dolphins. I believe the Jets and the Bills will make it instead of the Dolphins, but predictions already out there. If you want to go see it, please watch the very first episode. You'll see all my predictions. Steelers lead the AFC North 2-0. Cleveland Browns 1-1. Both the Ravens and Bengals are 0-2. I have the Ravens and Bengals both making it to the playoffs this year. I have the Ravens number 2 seed in the AFC. Number 1 in the conference, and I have the Bengals right behind them. Now going off to the South and West, Texans lead 2-0. Everybody else in the division is 0-2. Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Now, no surprise here. I thought Anthony Richardson would be a little bit better this year, not going to lie. And I thought Trevor Lawrence would be a little bit better. Titans, to be expected. But those two quarterbacks I thought would be a little bit better this year. I would like to see more from them. I would like to see more creative play calling for them. Not as in like trick plays, but as in like helping them get their yards up and get some points on the board right there. AFC West, Chargers, Kansas City Chiefs on top, 2-0, Raiders 1-1, and Denver 0-2. I believe there's really no surprise there. Chargers are going to be a good team this year. I do have them missing the playoffs. I don't think they'll be good down the stretch. Like halfway through the season, you're going to see a big change in the AFC conference as a whole, and the Chargers won't make the playoffs, but I got the Chiefs going number 1 in that division. It's the only team making the division. Now, going to the NFC East. What a shame. What a shame. Washington's on top 1-1, Eagles 1-1, Cowboys 1-1, Giants 0-2. Now, no shocker here. I mean, very earlier in the season, not going to lie to you, Cowboys got stomped on. Eagles just gave the game away. Washington had an easy W over the Giants, and the Giants are a complete mess. Daniel Jones needs to get out in New York City before they throw him out of New York City, okay? That brother, they literally need to just, nosedive. Everybody put their face in the ground and nosedive repeatedly until they get to the number 1 through 5 pick in the draft. Get a quarterback to go with those offensive weapons. I mean, they're not all-stars, but they're pretty good people to throw the ball to in New York, and Daniel Jones just is not the guy to get the job done. Now we're going to go on to the Vikings, Lions, Bears, Packers. Vikings are leading the division 2-0. Whew, that's a little bit of surprise, not going to lie to you. And then everybody else is 1-1. Now, I got the Lions winning the division, Green Bay Packers second, and then the Bears third. All three making the playoffs. Now, Sam Darnold is playing out of his mind. Cool. Play out of your mind. No one cares. Okay? Your early season hype. You're not going to be end of season hype. And that's just the fact. So, have your little fun now, but later on in the season, you ain't going to be there. Okay? Now, back to the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff. We know who he is, bro. He's on, he's off. He's off, he's on. It is what it is. So I think they're going to pick it up throughout the season. Their defense is still strong, so that's a very, very good thing for the Lions. And regarding the offense, they just need to calm down a little bit, make the passes a little easier, right? Get the running game going and whatnot. Now moving on to the Bears. Guys, we have a rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams. Let's start getting a little bit more creative on offense, okay? Let's start throwing a little bit more slants. Let's start throwing a little bit more actual go balls instead of fades into the corner. Just straight up go. Run, right? Because he's overthrowing receivers. That tells me that they're practicing something in practice. I'm telling you right now. They're practicing something in practice, and he is being told to throw that thing. And that ball is soaring over people. Now, he is still missing throws. It is to be expected. The biggest thing with Caleb is he got better from week 1 to week 2. So if he can incrementally get better every week, he'll be just fine. Okay. But right now, we really needed Keenan Allen that last game. He could have made a lot more balls easier, especially since Caleb actually was playing a little bit better thrown balls. He missed DJ Moore at least 2 to 3 times, and that was just a mess. DJ was frustrated. Caleb was frustrated. Everyone was a little bit frustrated. We had a chance to win that game and threw a pick, and yeah, it's a shame. But I digress. Packers. Did you know you had a starting quarterback as your backup quarterback? That boy should be starting for the Tennessee Titans. I do not care. Will Levis, okay, he's alright, but his decision making is terrible. Dude, Malik the dude, he's that dude. Alright, let me tell you. They're gonna stay in playoff contention because of him while Jordan Love is gone. And they're probably gonna extend Jordan Love's leave due to injury later on in the year because he's playing so well. Look for it. Watch, he's gonna be all good to set and play, and they're gonna be like, nope, wait until 7 games left, 6 games left, and then throw him back out there. Malik, just stay out there and do your thing. That's what they're gonna do. All right, now NFC South, NFC West. Let me tell you something right now. The New Orleans Saints put that hurt on them, okay? They put that hurt on the Dallas Cowboys. Man, didn't someone tell Dallas show up to play no matter who the guy is? Didn't they? Come on, man. Then the Buccaneers are coming out to play. Okay, this is Baker, I believed in you, dude. The Browns didn't believe in you. The Browns didn't believe in you after you beat the Steelers. Then you go to LA. LA doesn't believe in you enough. Understandable. They have Matthew Stafford. The Panthers don't believe in you enough. So then you go to Tampa Bay. I believe in you, Baker. Everywhere you went, except for the Panthers, it got better. And the Panthers are just bad because it's a bad organization. Everywhere you've went, you've gotten better. The team's gotten better. They've done things that haven't been done much in that franchise. Like the Cleveland Browns beat the Steelers in the playoffs his first year. Come on. And then they're going to release you a year or two later. Bad business, man. Atlanta Falcons 1-1. They stunned the Eagles tonight. Kirk Cousins game-winning drive right down the field with 1 minute 40 seconds left. 1 timeout, I believe. Just went straight down the field, throw after throw after throw, 1 or 2 plays, and then throw right in the end zone. Come on, man. Philadelphia Eagles should be ashamed of themselves because he literally only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays, 7 play drive. Come on, dude. Fact check me, but 6, 7 play drive. Falcons just went right down the field and got what they wanted. Panthers, they're bad. They're terrible. They're not doing anything this year. Bryce Young got benched. Personally, I think he's too small to start in the league. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think he's just too small. Second year, he's not showing anything. It's just too small. Seahawks, Cardinals, 49ers, Rams. Seahawks are leading the division 2-0. I do have them missing the playoffs. I had the Cardinals missing the playoffs, and I got the Rams and 49ers in the playoffs, I believe. Either that or I have the 49ers in the playoffs and the Rams missing. But anyways, I digress. 49ers are missing Christian McCaffrey for a few more weeks. They need him back bad. They need him back bad. Cardinals, looks like they found their offense. Kyler Murray. I guess it is your job to get your wide receiver the ball. What? Dumb statements after dumb statements out this guy, dude. You could just tell he's a gamer. Because all he says is dumb stuff. In his post-conference interviews, I don't know, man. He just got to be better. Seahawks, Geno Smith. Geno is balling out. Okay? Geno's just balling out. And let's be honest. Seahawks, rookie head coach, they're going to do fine. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to give someone a run for their money, but not make the playoffs. And then Rams, Matthew Stafford, he's just having a tough time, man. Puka Nacua is out for a little bit. Cooper Kupp is out for a little bit. Like, he's just gonna. I feel bad for the brother, but he's gonna have a tough time. Now, very, very, very iffy graphic. Sorry, I'll try to do a little bit better next week. But here's my predictions. If you're wondering how my predictions went, I'm gonna go down the list left to right, up and down. Ready? Regarding Buffalo, Miami, Buffalo 1, Raiders, Baltimore, Raiders 1, Chargers versus Carolina, Chargers 1, Saints versus Cowboys, Saints 1, Bucks versus Lions, Bucks 1, Colts versus Green Bay, Green Bay 1, Cleveland versus Jacksonville, Cleveland 1, 49ers versus Vikings, Vikings 1, Seahawks versus Patriots, Seahawks 1, Jets versus Tennessee, Jets 1, Washington versus Giants, Washington 1, Rams versus Cardinals, Cardinals 1, Pittsburgh versus Denver, Pittsburgh 1, Bengals versus Chiefs, Chiefs 1. Then we go down to the right side of the graphic, about the second to last team down, all right? Bears versus Houston, Houston 1, and then Atlanta versus Philly, Atlanta 1. So that is a LLWLLLWWWLLWLL. I went 5 for 16 on my predictions this week. Thanks, upset week and weekend. Like, oh my god, dude. I feel like a lot of these teams got upsetted for no reason. But we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go right into some news. Hit those subjects real quick. Yeah, this NFL week, it's been crazy. I'm looking forward to week 3. I'm looking forward to see how these conferences are going to play out. This, just to give you a little information, this will be the format that we will follow throughout the NFL season, unless something bigger or better comes through. I get, like, someone helps me out, get a better idea or something like that. It's only me doing it. Only so much I can do. Got a full-time job. I also stream at Winter 5 Storm on YouTube, and STS Winter 5 Storm on Twitch. Okay, mainly play Rainbow Six Siege, but Call of Duty Black Ops, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero when it comes out. And I also coach, so I got a full-time job. I'm in school, I coach, I stream, and then I also make YouTube videos for you guys. So, got a lot on my plate, but that's how I like it. Alright, let's move on. Highlights of the news. Alright, we're going to run through them real quick, and then we're going to go back to the top and talk about each one. Trump's second assassination attempt. Are people eating animals in the USA? North Korea's nuclear plans are revealed. 3 Americans are put on death row in the Congo. Russia is sending warnings to the Ukraine and UN again. And the strongest typhoon to hit Shanghai in nearly 7 decades. Okay, now I know that I'm cutting off that last one a little bit. Don't worry about it. I read it to you. It's not that bad. Okay, let's move on all the way to the top. Okay, Trump's second assassination attempt. It seems like this guy was going to take a shot at the former president, which is crazy. You think that will be done and over with this whole presidential candidate assassination stuff in the United States ever since, especially when Kennedy came in. But like Bush had a few scares, Reagan had a few scares, I'm sure Obama had 1 or 2, but nothing to this degree. Like, people have guns with scopes just straight up trying to shoot this guy. One actually made contact with his body. This is crazy. What are we doing just as a nation, as a people? Like, we need to stop trying to kill candidates and actually speak, okay? And then moving on, Trump mentioned this in the debate. Kamala Harris, along with the mediator, shut it down. Are people eating animals in the USA? Specifically, Springfield, Ohio. Please, just go look at the videos. Go look it up. Now, I'm not saying I'm right or left. I'm just saying go do your own research. There's people in Springfield, Ohio getting famous on TikTok and YouTube and stuff because they're taking videos of this stuff. Like, this is insane. There's literally a town in the USA where immigrants, illegal or legal, I don't know, I really just don't know, are coming to the United States, flooding into a town, and eating the animals that are just walking around or hanging out at the pond or whatever. Just do your own research and look it up. It is insane what's happening. Now, North Korea's nuclear plans are revealed. Kim Jong-un allowed a camera crew to take some pictures in one of the factories, and it's very weird. Kim Jong-un is a very weird individual. Not weird as in bad, but weird as in, what are you doing? Everybody else you can kind of like pick and play, like, oh, he's playing a word game or something, or he's trying to play the game. I don't think he's playing any game. I don't know if he even knows what he's doing. And that's like, you're in charge of nuclear weapons, or you're trying to make nuclear weapons and you don't even know what you're doing? Like, that's just a scary thought. Now, 3 Americans, along with 34 other people that are confirmed right now, are put on death row in the Congo. Now, do I think they're going to kill 3 Americans? I highly doubt it. I doubt it. But it wouldn't be the first time, and most likely will not be the last time that an American died. That's not an active service. Died in foreign lands, and we did not do anything about it. So, I hope they survive. I hope they live. Reminding you, these are just storylines for you to go look up for yourself as well. I'm just giving my quick opinions on this stuff at the end of my sports talk. Hopefully I can extend these talks and make the NFL one video and news another video, but at this moment in time, it's going to all stay in one, so please do the research for yourself. These are just my most interesting news highlights that I found this week. Russia is sending warning to Ukraine and UN specifically about long-range missile strikes. Ukraine going into Russia doing it, and Putin is apparently rumoring to tell people, like, if the UN approves of Ukraine using long-range missile strikes, he will wage war against the UN. UN and NATO. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, I get it. He's a country. I get it. He's a pretty big country, if you don't know. But, like, we gotta, like, figure this out. Like, as a world, we have to figure this out. Like, some wars are just never going to end just because. Just because. Like, there is no rhyme or reason. Like, to them, there's a lot of reason to it. So that's why they continue the war. But here in the West, in America, we don't really know or are very educated about that stuff. We can go read all the books we want. But until we talk to the people, until people get on the ground and start interviewing the people on the ground and why, and we can actually understand them instead of having somebody interpret stuff and then we're like, oh, I don't even know if he's telling the truth, we will never know. And the biggest thing is that we as Americans have the military industrial complex, which means we make money off of wars. So all these wars are benefiting people in America, certain individuals, financially. But we need to actually try to stop these wars from happening instead of going in with the time to make money mindset. Okay, that's my personal opinion. We need to actually help the world become more peaceful, not push democracy on countries, because some countries don't want democracy and they work just fine without it. Okay, but they might always be small. They might not be a world power. I think world powers work better under democracies, my personal opinion. But smaller countries, they don't necessarily need a democracy. They can work under other regimes, other political ways. And I think that's what the USA should shift towards and start pushing towards is trying to help countries find the perfect political outline for them, instead of us saying it works here, now make it work here. No, we're not going to stay and help you. We'll maybe give you information here and there, but make it work here. Like, that's not fair. Okay, the people aren't educated enough there in most of those places to push democracy onto them, because they're just going to say whatever this guy says, or maybe whatever the person that's threatening them is saying. So let's just be aware of that. Okay, now, strongest typhoon to hit Shanghai in nearly 7 decades. This one just is interesting, caught my eye. We know a typhoon hit another part of Asia last week on the last episode. Please go check that out if you haven't. And it seems like Asia's getting hit pretty hard with some terrible weather. So prayers out to all of those people. And I hope it doesn't kill a lot of people, or kills any people. And it's over sooner than later. Okay, and that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Okay, I know I went through things a little bit quicker. Please support the boy, support the channel, subscribe, like, comment below. Let me know if you agree with my NFL predictions. I will be posting predictions every week. Wednesday night, Thursday morning for week 3, 4, 5, 6, continue, right? Every week I'll be posting that between Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Okay, so please be on the lookout for that. Please go follow the TikTok if you haven't. Other than that, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Deuces.